this module is related to the case study. Now we are going to focus on oil production and oil consumption across the globe, and how it helps to make sure that the globalization process is going to change the whole scenario with respect to the production and consumption of the oil. Here we need to understand the scenario of the oil, because oil consumption grows over the time whenever globalization process continues. However, oil crisis appeared in 1970s because the OPEC, which is the oil producing and exporting countries, they increased the price up to 4 times, and that was the very much important, you can say, the event. That is the event which changed the whole world in that way, because the import bill, the bill of that petroleum which is going to be consumed by different countries across the world, or they are importing, that increased so much high that they are in crisis. They are incapable to afford that oil, because that was the basic need, and so they have to buy it. On the other side, their balance of payment was out because they are incapable to pay so much high prices. So that causes huge crisis for these economies. So on the other side, another shock was appeared in 1979-80 when the Iraq-Iran war was started, and at that time the flow of the petroleum or the oil related products were disturbed. And again, the OPEC, which consists of those countries having 85% market share in terms of exporting oil and producing oil, and they became more wealthier over the time due to the production of oil, but they are going to lose their dominance over the time in the market, in the whole globe. Reason are there. On the one side, Asian financial crisis leads toward declining the oil prices. So those prices which were previously in 1978, it were $120. That was quite high, and then it comes down to in 1998 only $10 per barrel. So that was quite significant slash or cut of the prices. Definitely it means that these OPEC countries are incapable to have much more returns which they used to have through exporting large quantity of oil. But in 2008 situation become better, and it increased, but again it started decreasing, and now it's around $60 per barrel. So it's quite low as compared to previous prices. So fluctuation in prices are going to create this kind of problem, because all these economies have their dependence on oil, specifically those which are producing and exporting oil, and they are consuming more oil. Approximately double quantity of oil is being consumed by these economies whenever they are going to produce any kind of product as compared to other countries, because most of the developed countries and other countries became oil efficient. So they are capable to consume small quantity of oil to produce more quantity of output. Secondly, if we observe the transportation, due to the globalization process, need for transportation has grown up, extended a lot due to the global trade, because now the trade is going to happen across the world among many countries in many commodities. Therefore, much frequency of traveling, frequency of logistic and transport has grown up so much, as well as the local production of vehicles. It needs more petroleum. Secondly, sometimes you are producing energy, sometimes you are running your factories through the oil, so its consumption is going up. The needs of vehicles, and it's also there. Whenever we are talking about future regarding oil, then definitely it's important. On the one side, the fluctuation of oil prices compel the oil producing countries to change their strategies, reduce their dependence on oil in terms of their growth and their development. On the other side, the rest of the world, because the consumption of oil is going to create environmental damages and climate changes, they are going to change their strategy to find some environmental friendly fuels and energies, and as well as they want to conserve energy, because once the globalization process is going on, these are the common resources are going to be consumed much more, that need to be conserved, because oil belongs to the whole community, whole world. And if we are going to observe this whole situation through these graphs, during 2004, it has been observed that China and India, they increase their consumption of oil. And you know that more than billion people are living in China, more than billion people are living in India, and so they are growing up as well. So their consumption of oil is growing much more as compared to OECD countries and other countries of the world. Anyhow, in terms of per capita energy consumptions, US is still at the top, and the Europe is there consistently. It has the same demand. Then China is going to grow. This line shows the China. China is going to have more consumption over the time. So with the passage of time, they are capable to consume more oil to produce on the one side different kind of energy sources as well as for supporting their trade mechanism. If we observe the world energy consumption pattern, then we can easily observe the consumption of oil has grown up excessively. And secondly, coal is there. Otherwise, biofuel, it is going to emerge. Nuclear energy is very small proportion of the whole. Hydroelectricity don't have so much area, as well as natural gas. Anyhow, the natural gas and oil, because they are quite connected with each other, so their consumption as a whole is the major component overall consumption of the world energy. Per capita consumption of fuel wise, if we observe, the oil is at the top, and specifically after 1960 onwards, the consumption of oil has grown excessively. And then now we are going to depend more on coal, so the coal is going to grow now, and natural gas still growing slowly. The dependence on natural gas is still high, but it's not more than coal or more than oil. This shows the fluctuation in the prices, that how crude oil price is going to change. It remains stable to an extent up to 20 years, and then remarkable rise is there to an extent in this area. A bit more stability and then decline is observed in this time period from around end of the 1970s and mid of the 1980s, and then again it comes to this range, and after this range, after 2000, start growing up, and then again it's growing up, and then it's now come back to the a bit lower level. So these areas, these bars are showing the recession. So whenever recessions or across the world happens, outcome were either the decline in the prices, or maybe the price decline causes that kind of depression sometime. This diagram shows that how much domestic consumption of oil has grown over the time up to 2017. These figures are mentioned in million tons. If we observe, the most darkest areas, India and China areas are there, and these areas are there where the high consumption exists. Otherwise, in most of the world, consumption is growing up slowly. So the more and more oil consumption is there in the world trade. And this only shows the OPEC countries, how much contribution they are going to make in terms of their production of oil. And Saudi Arabia with 266, and Venezuela at the maximum 302. So this shows the proportion of different countries. So OPEC countries are contributing in terms of their production of oil.